Hello, and welcome back to the cast. And oh, what a motley crew we are. We are back
Indeed.
with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, a the remake, not the original because we already did the original a while ago.
Yep.
Boy, was that interesting.
What was in it?
Well, let's see what troubles we gotta do. So,
Alright.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. I
They
mixed things I've heard. Some people say it sucks, and some people say it's great.
the people who say it sucked are idiots.
Yeah, I don't see why people hated it so much. I think it's great. Is it my favorite Deadpool movie, though? That's going to need a second watch.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
So, give me a sec. Coins. Free coins. Sorry about that. No, it's just
Oh,
yeah, I was moving around some stuff.
mine decided to go to the credit card spot. I'm sweating going strong. Get a Mario game.
So, in so, oh, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
I have to say,
Yeah.
so the movie opens, of course, with the MCU credits that Deadpool says is still, oh, you know, oh, it sends tingles and whatnot. And the movie opens with him at Logan's grave site in the, yeah, in yeah, it was in the fourth, and he and he essentially is like, so how are we gonna do this without disrespecting the ending of Logan? We're not.
Yeah. Now, if I had an extra, every time a Deadpool movie started with talking about Logan, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it happened twice. So yeah, Deadpool digs up Wolverine's remains in the hopes of finding Logan actually regenerating from his death. But as it so happens, and all that remains of Logan from the Logan film was his adamantium skeleton.
Yeah. But hey, man.
Deadpool is then confronted by the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, from the Loki series.
You know, time travel. That was spoiled in the trailers.
Anyway, so Wade tells the TVA that they may not have his weapons, but he won't be using them. He then proceeds to use Logan's corpse to fight the TVA, to the tune of Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Yeah, I'm
Queuing up various queuing up the and also having Wade be dancing to the tune of the song via the NSYNC in choreography. So, essentially, and it ends with Wade being able to get the claws to extend, and just as he's out to go fight again, and it's more of them, and we suddenly get to a flashback where Wade is having an interview with Happy Hogan in universe 199,999. I gotta actually tattle all the enemy provided by this guy.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, this might be bad.
I just needed them for the title log.
I will say this, yeah, this is easily the best MCU opening Like, I was half expecting they would kind of ruin the ending, but you know what? My fears were instantly taken away.
So, it turns out that Wade is trying to be worth something to Vanessa through him being a part of the Avengers, but he got rejected and is forced to just work a job at a used car dealership. Needless to say, he's not very good at it due to the fact that he still cusses. Is a lot.
Still kind of a bit, still weird that they kind of broke them off scene, but they were doing it.
Yeah, but that's a result of what happens when you have Zeb Wells on the writing team.
I mean, good news, they didn't make a big fuss about it. It was a great costume.
Yeah, at the very least, it wasn't that bad. So, wait. So yeah, this takes place 6 years after the events of Deadpool 2. Yeah. And Wade, it has stapled onto himself a toupee.
Yeah, I mean, that
His
kind of ruined it, spoiled it with the trailer, but yeah.
Wade then and ends up of going back to his apartment after a disappointing day and his party at his place with all of his buddies and that one guy, whom he still hasn't been given permission to speak. Oh, and also no T.J. Miller.
Oh yeah, right. That evil guy. At least they brought back,
Blind Al, who, and then we find out that Deadpool and whatnot are that we're not allowed to. That Kevin Feige says that cocaine is forbidden.
Yeah, which again, I did like the person.
Yes, but I can't. Suddenly, he is kidnapped by the TVA, and they are told that his timeline is decaying, and because of the anchor or person, and that was keeping it going, which in this case was Wolverine. I feel like that's kind of a meta commentary on the fact that the universe is only really relevant because of that one guy that people keep going to see movies for.
I mean, yeah, let's be honest. Every X-Men for a good while now has always been the Wolverine show. It started with Wolverine, X-Men, and then essentially the X-Men person became, hey, it's the Wolverine and Friends.
Yep.
Thankfully, they fixed that with, hey.
So Wade has essentially been, well, prior to that whole revelation, Wade has been offered the chance to become a part of a new cinematic universe, which in this case was the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, Wade did not. However, after getting the new suit, as well as adamantium swords and whatnot, Wade did not take the news of his universe dying all too well.
Yeah.
So, Wade decides to rob the man Paradox of his console, all that lets him travel back and forth. Travel between timelines.
Yeah.
And then he eventually gets to and then we cut back to to the beginning of the movie where Wade was wailing on the TVA agent, and it's with Logan's corpse, and well, with the claws, he finds out that Wolverining is kind of hard, especially when he's stuck between two guys.
Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom.
we go again. Booyakasha.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, so yeah, we were talking about how Wade was in an awkward position with the TVA agent sent after him, in which made it look like, well, you know. So Wade realized that since his Logan is truly gone for good, he's gonna have to find a replacement one. So cue a montage of him going across the multiverse to find various versions of Wolverine. First one we see him find is a height-accurate Wolverine. Which, by the way, all but one of these Wolverine variants is played by Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Including the height-accurate one.
Yeah. Because, hey, you know, CG and film has gone advanced over the years, so hey, now we can finally do this.
Yep.
Also, by the way, Doctor Strange, take note. This is how you do for most of the universe.
So yeah.
New challenger. Hey, TJ.
Damon. We were talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, aka Logan Valjean and Ryan Reynolds. So,
did you see the movie, dude?
Well, if you haven't seen the movie, Damon, spoilers ahead. And
That's
so
okay,
do.
No big deal.
So
sorry,
do
I'm right.
Hey man.
It is a-okay.
Okay, cheers.
Anyway, so. So throughout the multiverse, Wade is going all over the place trying to find a suitable Wolverine for his needs. First one he finds is a comic height accurate Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman. Then we got a Wolverine in the Age of Apocalypse scenario. Who has one hand. And we also have one who has an eye patch, matching his suit. And we also have one whom we also have one who is pinned into an X-shaped cross, as a nod to a comic cover. We also have one who is an old man that shoots Wade outright. Alright, then we also have one where her weight... And we also have one who is in the classic John Byrne outfit and the tan and in brown colors.
That was a good move.
And then, which by the way, also happens to be fighting the Hulk at that moment.
Yeah, with that dude, like, hey, we finally got the Hulk.
All those Wolverine clearly have a hair trigger temper, and are not willing to go along with Wade, including the last one that Wade comes across, who is played by Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that was a
So yeah, Henry Cavill is the second known actor to portray Wolverine in live action. Wade firmly believes that that Marvel's gonna treat Henry Cavill any better than the DCEU after Zack Snyder left. And unfortunately, Cavalrine does not take too kindly into Wade's presence, and Superman punches him out.
By the way, but there's a little bit I mentioned it. This entire montage was all done to the music of The Power of Love. Really.
From back.
Super reference, people.
Yep. So, oh yeah. Then Wade finally finds a Wolverine at a bar. Who is the Wolverine that we will be following for the rest of this movie. At first, there's that Wolverine. He doesn't seem to want to cooperate, despite his drunken state, and then he ends up swigging an entire bottle, all to the point where he passes out drunk. And Deadpool takes a look at what's underneath his outfit and realizes that we finally have a Hugh Jackman, and who is unafraid of wearing a superhero outfit like he's in a movie about comic book characters.
Character development. Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Either way. Or wait. Deadpool brings Logan over. To the TVA. And tries to convince them to have him be the replacement anchor for the original Wolverine. But then it's revealed that Wolverine is, quote-unquote, the worst one.
Yeah. How convenient.
And he failed his entire world. So Deadpool decides he's gonna go full Karen on the TVA. And complain about it, but then he gets pruned into the void. Wolverine is then pruned along with him.
Yeah, we did, I guess, our first fight.
Yep. So Deadpool and Logan end up fighting inside of the void. Wait, and oh boy.
Yeah, we have bunch of stuff in the void. Oh,
Yeah.
No egg death though.
It is. Yeah, Wade ends up. It is quite a brutal fight, but this is a fight between two guys with regenerative healing factors.
I mean, Wade literally just lost. It also does reveal that apparently that
Yeah.
also
And yeah, and it turns out the Paradox guy is not operating within TVA. He is operating as a free by himself. So essentially, oh yeah, after Wade and Logan's fight, Wade tells Logan that he might be able, that the TVA might be able to do something about his universe just disappear, about what happened in his universe. And then they are disrupted by a Chris Evans looking figure, who warns them that that another group is coming for them, a la Mad Max vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Wade gave him Cap.
Yep.
Of course, then we find out the big twist.
Yep.
That may be Chris Evans.
Yep.
That ain't Captain America.
Nope. Well, I'm getting to that. So they're surrounded by not just Stomp. So they're surrounded by Tyler Mane as Sabretooth after over 20 years. Yeah, Sabretooth has not been played by Tyler Mane since 1999, people.
Yeah, like the very first X-Men. Yeah, first X-Men.
Yep. And he finally has speaking lines.
Yeah. Also,
Unfortunately, a Ray Park's Toad does not have speaking lines.
I don't think. Does anyone really give a shit about Toad?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I guess the Human Torch also fought Pyro. Which
Oh yeah. Yeah, Chris Evans' character in this movie is actually the Human Torch from the 2005-2007 and Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah, which had, it has the red sleeve so you can see what it has that red sleeve.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and also, of course, he just gets taken down pretty quickly, though. Because,
Yep.
You know, guy who controls fire against guy who is made of fire goes as well as you think it would.
Oh yeah. So needless to say, Wade and Logan just both do not care. And Pyro is also played by his actor from the Fox X-Men movies, and is wearing a more comic-accurate outfit.
Yeah, glad they got a bunch of old actors from the original.
Yep. Anyway. And Logan gets into a fight with Sabretooth, but Deadpool tries to amp him up.
Yep, just like again, trailer joke.
Yep.
Sadly.
Logan and Sabretooth get into the fight, but it's over in a single slash. Logan decapitate. And Sabretooth and Wade makes a reference to Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I get it, guys, but you didn't have to pull it up.
And I'm just like, I think a number of people aren't going to get this unless they've seen Mad Max.
I mean, there was that other Mad Max spin-off that released like a couple of months ago.
So, but then Toad activates a magnet that incapacitates It's Logan and Wade. And they're being brought over to who appears to be Cassandra Nova, who is Charles Xavier's sister. And well, even before they were even born, Cassandra tried to strangle Charles with her umbilical cord.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
Yes, she is, in every sense of the word.
I
mean, Johnny was talking some mad shit about her.
Yeah. I may not have read much of the comics, but I can probably tell, yeah, this is going to be a lot. He's probably done some pretty crazy shit in the comics.
Oh, I'm sure. So...
She's a comic.
Yeah, I believe so. She essentially has the same powers as Charles, except she is a lot more unhinged with those powers.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, considering how powerful Charles is, yeah, especially even in the movies, like, considering that in Logan, kind of some people implied that Charles might have killed the X-Men.
Yeah, through having a psychic seizure due to his Alzheimer's.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
And
that Charles was old as fuck.
oh, and we also have various cameos such as Azazel, all from X-Men First Class, as well as Juggernaut from X-Men Last Stand, and I believe Psylocke is also in there. Which one?
You said Juggernaut.
Ah, right. Yes, this is the Juggernaut that spawned the walking internet meme of "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch."
Yeah.
It's not the Juggernaut that Ryan Reynolds voices is in Deadpool 2. So, Deadpool recounts to Cassandra Nova of what Johnny had said about her, and she rips off his skin and using her psychic powers.
Yeah, fuck, man. Even when the Fantastic Four aren't even new, they're still getting done dirty.
Yep.
So the Paul Rudd joke. Paul Rudd finally...
Oh yeah, Paul Rudd finally aged. Because the headquarters of Cassandra Nova is actually actually essentially a giant Ant-Man.
Also, he doesn't do the MJ joke where he calls himself Deadpool calls himself OG.
Yep. Or MJ if you're feeling dirty. So wait then, and he. So then Eliath is about to come in and try to eat them, but Logan and Wade try to kill Cassandra to no avail. Oh, and they ultimately end up escaping, aiming both of them with a robotic part. Their journey to the Void, and the Void also has them meet Dogpool, played by the dog that was voted in 2023 as the ugliest dog in the world.
Also, I guess I know I guess the whole musician that apparently got also includes various other problems. Then Daredevil, Tim Story's and two Punisher.
Yep. We lost a lot of good 20th Century Fox people all in that. So, Wade... So, but then our heroes end up encountering Nice Pool. Basically, if Deadpool weren't a jaded asshole and if he were nice. Who also happens to be played by Ryan Reynolds. Well, we'll get to her later. Yeah. That's right at the end of the movie. So, they drive in Nice Pool's car. And then Deadpool ends up saying the term if because earlier he made a promise to Logan that the TVA is going to be that when they get to the TVA, hey, they're going to be able to undo the damage that Logan had done onto his universe. And now Logan is not too pleased. It gets to a point where despite Wade was trying to be somewhat heartfelt, by telling him that it may not be that the 9 people in the photo he carries may not be much, but they're his world. Logan gives a very scathing speech to Wade, that leaves the merc with a mouth silent. And they fight inside of the car again.
Yep.
Needless to say... Yep. Yeah, needless to say, that fight was also somewhat pointless due to the fact that, two people with near regenerative healing factors, the fight is just going to be whose healing factor can outlast the others.
Spoiler alert, neither of them can.
Yep.
So I guess they end up in the resistance hideout.
After this fight, they end up unconscious inside of the van, and somebody ends up driving them to a small little shack, which houses not just which houses Jennifer Garner's Electra Nachios. Yes, Wesley Snipes as Blade, aka some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
And of course, and Gambit here.
Yep, and Gambit, not played by Channing Tatum, is in this. Oh, I got some.
Wait, that was Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum is not in. Channing Tatum was not initially the guy they had pegged for Gambit.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a different guy.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, the original guy they had planned for Gambit, who does Cajun accent that Deadpool keeps commenting on every so often, and it is our Gambit for this movie. And last but certainly not least, we have Daphne Keane returning as Laura Kinney, aka X-23 from Logan. So, and she was so... Yeah, she was so excited to play Laura again, she accidentally dropped... When she got the message, she accidentally dropped her phone in the bathtub.
Fair enough. But let's be honest, X-23 is...
Yes, she is. And...
I'm pretty sure people can tell the bringing themes all these cool Marvel characters.
Yep. they were all 20th Century Fox people.
Yep.
So at first Logan is not exactly too keen on being a part of this team until Laura reassures him that maybe he was always the wrong guy until he wasn't. Eventually, they drive over to Casanova's HQ. Meanwhile, Pyro ends up getting a message from Paradox, whom he tries to bribe into getting out of the void. And the only helmet and their plan was to essentially get a helmet that could block out the telepathic powers of Cassandra Nova. And the only two that are good for that are Magneto's, and Magneto's dead, the helmet was melted, and Juggernauts. So, when they get there, our heroes end up having a big fight with the other cameo characters, as well as Juggernaut, with Laura taking out Juggernaut's ankles, causing him to topple over. It's a really good fight scene, and with some great choreography here and there. A great showcasing of everybody's abilities. And as it turns out, the reason why the Logan of this movie is considered the worst is because when push came to shove to try to get him to join the X-Men, he chose not to, and the result of him just going off to drink at a bar was all of the X-Men getting killed off because he wasn't there, and let me think. And Logan just kind of went ballistic. He killed all the people that killed his friends, and started killing innocent people.
Yeah. Went berserk of rage, but rage too hard.
Yep. So, So after they get the helmet onto Cassandra Nova, they were able to get her to cooperate with them. And though Pyro tried to shoot her, and attempted to make a speech. The speech in question was cut off by Logan being like, nope, not everybody gets a speech. Cassandra Nova then convinces them to let her go. While using a sling ring, which implies as a variant of Doctor Strange might have been around there. And she was able to open up a portal so that they could get out of the void and back into Wade's universe. When they arrive there, they try to stop Paradox from activating the Time Ripper, which is a device that destroys all of reality in a universe. And Wade then ends up, and as they head to the subway, Cassandra Nova appears, killing off Pyro by snapping his neck. And then forcing Paradox to show her how the machine works, while she sicks a whole horde of Deadpools on Wade and Logan. Though not before Nice Pool shows up with Dogpool, and he ends up getting killed off by the hordes of Deadpool, including Lady Pool. So, Wade then and ends up. So Wade and Logan and end up fending off the hordes of Deadpool. Only to find that, well, they heal, unlike Nice Pool, who turns out to not have a healing factor at all. Wade ends up using him as a meat shield to stop the bullet. Yep.
Comment about Wizard of Oz.
And yep. And essentially, and at first the Deadpools look like they're about to overwhelm our heroes until Peter, dressed in Deadpool's old suit, would appear. And the portal that Cassandra Nova conjured for them ended up landing them in the car dealership and smashed the car that Peter was about to sell to a family. And eventually, and it turns out every Deadpool has a variant of Peter.
Yeah. Also, I guess I was mentioning Wolverine. Hugh Jackman finally put on the cowl.
Yep. And it looks awesome.
Took us so many years to finally got it.
Mm-hmm. I would hope so. So, Wade and Logan get inside the TVA HQ, which also is in a subway. And meanwhile, the boss of the TVA is being informed of the fact that there's an unsanctioned Time Ripper going on. And goes to confront Paradox about it. Meanwhile, Paradox informs our heroes that the only way to stop the Time Ripper at the stage that it's at is to go down there and manually disrupt the matter and antimatter generators. So, which, by the way, when they try to do that, and supposedly they're supposed to die. Afterwards, but when Wade and Logan try to have a debate about who's the more suitable individual who sacrificed themselves, Logan tries to insist that he do it, but then Wade hits him with a fire extinguisher, before going in to do it himself, locking up the door. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Wade is able to do it himself, so Logan has to help out with the heroic sacrifice.
So we got a nice view of Hugh Jackman.
Yep. those abs are certainly something.
That's great.
And this is all set to the tune of Like a Prayer by Madonna. They stopped the Time Ripper, and at first Paradox tries to claim that Wade and Logan were heroically sacrificed themselves, but then it turns out they were still alive.
Also popular, also money.
Yep. And wait, Paradox, I'm gonna send Lock up after Cassandra Nova is dead, and Logan gets to finally be the replacement anchor for his universe, for Wade's universe. And Wade tries to ask that they do something about the other people in the void that didn't get proper endings to their stories. And they were actually going to consider it. They bring the puppy over to Blind Al. I'll celebrate by having some pizza at Wade's place with Laura also being there. Wade mends his relationship with Vanessa, and it seems like they all live happily ever after, or with the prospect of future movies to come. And then Deadpool reveals at the end of the movie in a post-credits scene that Johnny was talking a lot of shit about how Cassandra Nova, very vulgar things that may or may not have been, and the footage may or may not have been manufactured by him. And this was all to settle the rumors of, did he actually get Johnny killed?
Yep. And then the video ends with the film ending with the movie was finally displayed by Walt Disney.
Yep. So yeah.
So far.
So yeah, this was a good way to introduce Deadpool into the MCU, and it would be it might be interesting to see what they do with Hugh Jackman in future installments.
I mean, if they decide to do it. Honestly, I did this movie.
Yep.
Only they can keep up with SWAT level quality.
They won't. Yep. They're reaching new levels of desperation here with Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the MCU, but this time as Victor Von Doom.
That is not. I don't even know what. I don't. This is.
How much you want to bet he's just gonna be an Iron Man variant?
Probably. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it's TBA again.
Yeah, And he's revealed to be the antagonist in Avengers Doomsday, as well as Avengers Secret Wars, coming out 2026 and 2027, respectively. So, I don't know how to... Like, I don't know how to feel about this.
I mean, for one, it would be pretty surreal to see, like, you know, RG, you know, in a villain role. I mean, I hope it. I mean, it is still a strange sense to bring back RG as Doctor freaking Doom of all things. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, there was that one comic where a Doctor Doom was Iron Man for a while.
Honestly, hey, the jokes here feel really like they were really well all thought out.
As well, the cameos, like
Yeah, the cameos. And ultimately, this feels like a good send-off for 20th Century Fox's Marvel movies as a whole, especially from the credits of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they brought
Really,
back almost everybody. You know,
really feels like this ends up having this ends up treating its fans with a lot more respect than, say, oh, I don't know, WB with its current stuff.
I mean, hell, they even the movie made a joke about how WB.
Yep.
That was really bad.
So yeah, I thought, honestly, the movie does have some issues here and there, but it is very much everything I and many others have wanted out of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the middle part with the whole Void, after the whole Void stuff was a bit boring, but it did pick up after a while.
There was a scene I forgot to mention where Wade and Logan end up going to a bit of a diner, and he just starts drinking and rubbing alcohol, all because he would literally drink anything with alcohol in it. And yes, his healing factor would make it so that he doesn't have to worry about anything else in there.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, plus, I mean, I managed so many people I've managed whenever kind of new old Marvel characters shows up, many people popped off. I mean, a lot of people in my field they screamed when Juggernaut showed up.
A number of people were kind of excited to see Johnny Storm. Chris Evans play Johnny Storm again.
And I remember me and my friends were so excited to see Wesley Snipes back with Blade. There can only be one Blade.
And he even says some motherfuckers are still trying to ice skate uphill.
It's this is I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's one of those movies where you're a fan of all the Marvel movies, you would drink. It's
yeah,
let's fight in a weird way, kind of what Spider-Man No Way Home did, but to a more grander scale.
Yep, because this is not just us extending to strictly the X-Men film series. This is extending to the Fantastic Four films, the Daredevil movie, which includes both Daredevil and the Elektra movie.
Yep.
And also, oh, the and al-
You know, the whole.
and also, as we mentioned, Blade. I don't think anybody was really expecting Blade to be in this movie.
Especially considering that, you know, Wesley's retired. Now they even made a joke about the movie.
Yeah, about him being the quote-unquote only a Blade. And we still, and I mean still, have not had a single thing about Mahershala Ali playing in fucking in Blade in whatever's going on over with the MCU.
Only one Blade. Only one. Like I said, there's a bunch of other weird stuff with the MCU, with the whole Justice League stuff. Also, where the fuck is Kang?
We could have just replaced him like any sane studio would have done, but no. Instead, we gotta completely ditch Kang's plot point. And make it so that the character doesn't exist without Jonathan Majors. You know, if you had this attitude towards, I don't know, Colonel James Rhodes or I don't, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, or the goddamn, what's his face, or Thaddeus Ross.
Or Bruce Banner.
Yeah, or Bruce Banner. Or then I wouldn't have said that they were somewhat hypocrites, but they are.
Like, sure, you could make the argument like those guys weren't in that many movies, but even still, like, this is kind of a major change. Marvel.
Never cease to be stupid.
Yeah, well, superheroes are better. I guess still talking Marvel or...
And
My Hero is about gone.
yep, My Hero is ending next week in terms of the manga. Oh boy.
I kind of want to talk about the manga chapter. I'm not talking about the manga chapter. No.
We'll get to it when we wait till it ends to really talk about MHA. I guess I could probably just talk about all the controversy leading up to it, with how, you know, hey Jack, the ship was this. Then they were shut, silenced immediately. Which I don't know how to feel. I know I should. Yeah, who cares about the people who want to just say that all Deku is there for is the Yaoi ships, while all Uraraka is there for is the Yuri ships? Yep. They essentially wanted to turn her character into just nothing but a lesbo. Oh, pretend. Into a lesbo ship magnet.
Again, I'm gonna say like we kind of didn't really show much anymore with the whole Deku like Toga like stick subplot. Like I think they had only like 2 interactions. Hell, I don't even think Deku.
Hello,
Who the hell she
oh
was.
Shadow, Sirens, whatever you're called nowadays.
Cyrex, Sector, and Sub-Zero.
Okay, so they essentially changed the Shadow Sirens to being known as the Three Shadows in this version.
Yeah, because, you know, something look bad.
We are the Three Shadow Sisters. Of course, we're getting not so subtle hints of our dude looks like a lady wanting to be referred to as a chick.
Look, I got that. Look, I had enough of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Vivian, and as I've mentioned in the previous thing, is a dude, but is referred to as a lady in localizations.
You know what?
Goombella is jealous of Vivian. That's certainly something. Hey, might as well get some progress missing on them. Yeah, we got new information on the upcoming DLC for Mortal Kombat 1, which is an entire new campaign where Sector and Cyrax are no longer cyborgs, they're just wearing robotic suits and are gender bent. I get that, but at the same time, why? Yep, we got this time we've got we've got the T-1000, Conan the Barbarian, and who else did we get? Ghostface from Scream. Of all the horror movie characters to make into another fighting game character, why Ghostface? Why not somebody that made sense, like, say, Michael Myers? Michael!
Oh yeah, I forgot Noob.
Yep, Noob Saibot's back. Heck, he's the third character. Her attitude. Who added to the game. The more things change, the more things have to remain the same.
Space Killer is just... Man, I wasn't that much attached.
Booyakasha. I just feel like Mortal Kombat has just become this stale parody of its former self.
But it became like that since 11 and 10.
Yep.
And I like F. I guess another thing is, we're over top of fighting game, but something that's also Mortal Kombat. God damn it, what? God dang Foster's guest character.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet they're just gonna do? They're gonna make another DLC pack.
Dude, it's a fighting game. I've been in this game for more than one game. They're gonna make another pack. It's gonna have another guest character. Not sure what the theme's gonna be. This time I thought they were both going to be. No, they're just slapping whatever works. I don't think what the heck Conan the T-1000 those things still have a back. Also, I guess
Yep. Yep. And to which I'm like, Raven, you had one job. Just the one, and you can't even do that, right? Nope. I mean, how many times has Geese Howard died in SNK?
And I guess on Fatal Fury, then he kind of just showed him again Fatal Fury 2, and then he came up free again, they, died in like the temple, only to be like, ha ha, I'm still alive. Then there was the fourth Fatal Fury, I guess real time, where he died for real this time, in the Fatal Fury time. But King of Fighters Fatal Fury had a time.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Because of course not.
I mean, you can't be there to be it don't really matter. It doesn't really matter much in the main overall story, but he's there.
Which, by the way, speaking of the Tekken and 8 story, it's just like so. Oh, what you're telling me is the Hazama family, or the Kazama family. It has this angel ability that nullifies the Devil Gene. Yeah. But let's just say Maximilian Dude and the guys on Yo Video Games were just gushing endlessly about it.
He looks like Final Fantasy. He looks like the Warrior of Life in Final Fantasy.
And let's also not forget the fact that that went... Oh. Oh, hi, Flurry. Thankfully, you don't have nipples, because otherwise we'd get demonetized instantly.
That's fine. Failed the food challenge. Yeah. Nintendo got away with it twice.
Yep. Even in the remake.
Twice. What did I say anything about this? Twice.
Yep.
I guess everyone just show what we focus on. It's a good or bad thing depending on the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess yeah, Tekken 8 I mean, yeah, sure it did. I don't really think it did with the ancient whole thing, you know. He still, even though, yeah, sure, he did start in World War III. You gotta remember.
Oh, and also, Okazuya seems to be addicted to... Yep.
Well, he always been.
Which apparently was lore in the first game.
It is. Neat little callback. And he also loves his wife.
Except for when he doesn't.
Except for when she decides to get in his way. But then again, he thought his wife was kind of dead. Kind of just showed up at the end of the
June...
story.
Yeah, June is just... June, after being put on a bus long enough, had finally come back.
Yeah, I guess she never died.
Yep.
Kind of a dick move, June. You're kind of just... I mean, you kind of abandoned your kid.
And now he ends up getting involved into the Mishima blood feud.
In fact, he only fueled it. Literally World War III. That's gonna be fun. I wonder how June's gonna sing with... Hey, glad you're back. You're starting World War III. Something like that. I don't think you can debate it. You're not really. It didn't work. Which kind of means that everything did fucking fix it for nothing. Yeah, no, really. Yeah, the whole big bag, Jim was trying to awaken. Yeah, it turns out it didn't care. You pooped when they would have killed him. But it just came back to the end. Nice job, Jim. What did you accomplish again?
Nothing.
I mean, you killed that one guy in the yellow pistol.
And remember, Tekken exists in a world where everybody can understand everybody. Even if they're speaking languages that are not their own.
You know, everyone's multilingual. Which is actually a positive. Also,
He decided to catch a bus.
I guess he decided to actually fly Ozzy on that. You know what? I'm going back. Maybe I'll dye my hair white. I heard that's a new popular thing. It's white hair.
Yep.
What else?
So how do we feel about the fact that... at the... What was it? How do we feel about the fact that Sonic Shadow Generation and is likely going to have more than 3 new stages for Mr. Edgy the Hedgy.
On one hand, I kind of expected it. That guy who got knocked on my phone. Not that he thought it would have that many stages to begin with. It's just sad that there's like those things.
On the one hand, on the other hand, painful, agonizing failure.
But hey, they got acknowledged Sonic 06 again. Yeah, Shadow's got a lot of
Yep.
Can't wait for that to be released.
Me neither.
Okay, now I remember what else happened at the Evo. Let's see. Street Fighter 6, we finally got our first look at how Terry would look in Street Fighter 6. And yes, he's going to be in the World Tour mode, so hey guys, you can have Terry Bogard as your master. Let's see. SNK X Capcom. SNK versus Capcom is back. But it's not the one you like, but it's not the good one. It's the other one.
Oh, great. The X-Nauts are here.
Yep, which, yeah, surprise re-release. SCE Chaos is back.
Ravaco!
So, who knows?
Hey, you okay?
So, I don't know, maybe, could this be a Terry and Street Fighter 6? Could this be a song we make again? The long-awaited Capcom SNK 3, maybe?
No.
Wait, stop. Oh yeah, subscribe,
Who's in it?
well, let's see. We're bringing back Dizzy.
People wanted Dizzy for a while now.
Yeah, she's now a queen now. And also now apparently Dan's back. Well, he's back no longer being a faker. And some new character from the and by far the weirdest choice, probably the most popular guest doing guest characters nowadays. Lucy from Cyberpunk Zero Edge Runners. Yes, that Lucy. Not.
Are we
all the
talking...
characters. Yes. Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runner, specifically.
Is Lucy the hot chick, or is she the lolly?
She's the hot chick.
Okay, so the only character where it would make sense... The only character where it would make sense... And it's lore what? And is that what survived?
The only one that's not... Yeah, the only one that's not dead. All I have to say is, Blaze Blue fans, we are dying. What? God fucking damn it, Mark. You had one job. All you had to do was you had to play Blue versus Guilty Gear crossover right there. But no, Cyberpunk still. Blaze Blue is dead.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yep. It's been dead.
Oh yeah, I guess the whole Nike thing. Now you can have Kaguya farming with Nike. Should that make sense? Ironically, that's a crossover that makes sense. City of the Wolves. Hey Kevin, guess what? You're finally in the game.
What?
Although I don't. Yeah, Fate of Fury, City of the Wolves, released a new character, Kevin, and Bill Beach.
Okay.
And 515, and the Hunter game, Hunter X game, movie. Also, Maryland playable. And also Samurai Jack is playable. And yes, he's still voicing the original voice actor too.
It would be strange if he were voiced by anybody other than Phil Lamar.
Yep.
Wouldn't you agree, Damon?
Yeah, definitely.
And yes, they also included, these John Wick, Lee with the beard.
Oh boy. I'm glad that after this week of stream, and we're hopefully gonna get Alex back onto the show. Oh, cause it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same without Alex.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think any of us would be a
Not really. Meanwhile, its fan base just... Okay, so there are idiot fans in Hunter x Hunter that are trying to insist that it should have been in the big three instead of Bleach. To which I'm like, look, Hunter x Hunter may be something that a lot of people really like, but at the same time, there's one problem. Well, not only... Yeah, it's because of Togashi's inconsistent schedule that it's never real... that it was never going to make the cut to being part of the big three. Because the big three consists of weekly shonen, not whenever the author feels like it. Yeah, but here's the thing. Togashi at the very... I feel like Togashi ended up taking the wrong lessons to heart after ending Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. I do hope the man gets his cover. Yeah, well, I do like Hunter x Hunter and let's not make it big.
And plus, it's just like... It's just not as... it's not as big or impactful as something like Bleach. I swear, Sialopero is just that pink-haired guy to people. Like, I get why people would say that about Xylopero. Oh, because he's not a very well-liked character in the Bleach canon. Like, he's the kind of guy that got what he deserved.
I guess speaking of Bleach, hey, they've released some...
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is basically the Kill la Kill fighting game, but even better.
Yes, there we go. Because hey, they're actually using the mechanics right? And plus, hey, we got some teaser of, our main boy Ichigo, Rukia, and
Oh, and also Renji and Byakuya.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't got their own trailer, but
Yeah.
and yeah, they do go and get how they're working, get hopefully post 2000 years.
Well, it seems like they don't really need to do much to showcase with how they really work.
Yeah, I mean, Oryu's going to be the zoner, Ichigo, the straightforward rush down, and Rukia is kind of more of a balanced type. Also liking how they're using more of her Hana.
Yeah, because it's interesting to see Aikido be utilized in a Bleach fighting game.
Yeah. So yeah, this is looking like to be a pretty good arena fighter.
So Damon, in case you're wondering what a Kido is, essentially Kido is Bleach's magic and whatnot to give a short description. However, Kido is something that uses one's spiritual energy in order to do a number of things. Kido are divided into 3 categories: destruction spells, or Hado, sealing or barrier spells that are known as Bakudo, and Kaido, which are healing spells. Now, the higher the number of the Kido spell, the stronger it is, and usually Kido takes years to master, like literal years, and people are expecting Ichigo to just be like, he should learn more than Getsuga Tensho, blah 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 and whatnot, to which I'm like, do you have any idea how long it takes for someone to learn something like Kido spells and whatnot? There's a good reason why Ichigo doesn't learn Kido and whatnot, because even though he's a fast learner and all that, it still would take years to master. And as the substitute Soul Reaper, he does not have all that time in the world. Well, since stuff like this takes decades. You know what I mean?
I guess.
So, for people who say that he should learn more than Getsuga Tensho, I say to them, he doesn't have the time or the luxury to learn anything other than Getsuga Tensho. Like, if he did, and then there wouldn't be an issue. But the thing is, he's not a soul, he is a human, and that has the ability to become a Soul Reaper. And the soul... And souls can last a long time, hence why a lot of the most skilled Kido users are well over a century old in terms of their soul physiology. And And since the oldest living Soul Reaper was Yamamoto, who is over 2,000 years old, I'm sure you can guess where I'm going with this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he may be old Damon, but he is also jacked.
Oh, wow.
Like, he has those senior citizen pecs and abs to show off. He's so old, yet so ripped.
But you're so old.
And essentially, and Keto used to have to be implemented by doing a specific chant. And and if you do the chant, you utilize the full power of the Keto spell. However, if you master it, you can utilize its full power without needing to do the chant. If that makes any sense to you. And like I said, with the increase in number on the Keto, that essentially translates to them having more power. Alright, and it is... And people are kind of like, oh, I wish we had more utilization of Keto in series. But the thing is like, it kind of becomes one of those things like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where people were expecting Araki to make constant utility of certain techniques, but then there's just scenarios where a lot of that wouldn't really work, if that makes any sense. Because, let me give you an example. You know, there's a technique in Part 3 called Star Finger. Essentially, the technique involves Star Platinum sticking out its index and middle finger at the opponent, which extends it into about 1 to 2 meters. That doesn't seem very long range, now does it? Do I know what people keep wanting to see more of? They want to keep seeing Araki make constant usage of techniques like that, to which I'm like, he's not gonna be able to find constant usages of this move. Because there's going to be a point where the stand battles get a little more complicated and he can't just rely on this one move as a, be-all, end-all solution. So does that sound like a reasonable explanation to you?
Pretty much.
So yeah. It's like as the series goes on especially with especially with characters like the Quincy's we see in the 1000-Year Blood War anime, Keto is not going to be as useful as some would think. Some would think and Keto would be very useful against Quincy's, but the thing is that Quincy's would see this as a free invitation to absorb Reishi, which is spiritual energy. So, what use would Keto be against those guys? And now I'm fighting against a bunch of spiders. I kind of wish I was really good at Super Guard, so I could pretty much brag about doing no damage runs on this game. You guys get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's pretty tough to do.
Hence why I don't really bother with needing to get to a point where that it ends up being a non-issue. But I do feel a bit of satisfaction being able to pull off a Super Guard. You know what often breaks the ice in some conversations? Just the phrase, how about that local sports team? Oh, I love that local sports team. They were very, very local. All about how they were a sports team. You know, I was also watching more of the Tomorrowverse as you guys know. And I am almost done with it, to which I'm like, can it be over faster? I have cleared up to the second part of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I'm like, this is already stupid. This is astronomically stupid. I don't even know where to start with that. With that movie. A trilogy. Because, on the one hand, and neat that they would actually make this into a trilogy as opposed to, you know, just being one movie. Extremely half-baked.
Man, it must be a certain. Why'd you put yourself through that?
Because, as you know, I critique movies with my friends. Damon, you know that, right? Because I would like to think myself as a sort of movie critic in a way.
All right.
And as you know, on this channel, for the Metley crew, we do movie and TV commentaries every week. Oftentimes, every so often, and whenever we end up getting into one of these things. things. It's just... It's just us. I wanted to watch. I wanted to for the longest time. I'm to try to critique some of these movies in a somewhat fair manner, and then we just get to stuff like the mid as fuck Superman movie. He's as well at the mid as fuck Superman movie, which is Man of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Then we also had an actually somewhat okay movie in the form of Justice Society, which was pretty solid overall. Well, so... damn it. First time I ever lost to those guys. We had the wind on our side. Let's try this again with more feeling. Yep.
People have been using kind of whatever. Some were big hits, meta, some were still kept in there. Like, unfortunately, still do a fucking incident.
We still need the version of... We still need the version of the game where... So, essentially, we're all just going to be playing it for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Let's not beat around the bush there. I want to take you for a ride. Want to take you for a ride. Want to take you for a ride.
Buddy, honestly, it seems like that pretty much every game is just phone it. It's basically the phone it.
Yep.
Let's be honest, that game has kind of been copyright box for years.
It's Marvel, baby! Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Juggernaut, bitch, lost his ability to do 600 damage because there was this glitch where he could power himself up, and then if you tag him out, he basically power up and stay forever. That is no longer a thing anymore.
Aww.
Meaning Juggernaut's big damage is no longer gone. It's honestly kind of a glitch I just think that Juggernaut's not that top tier.
I mean, he can't even hit fucking Servbot.
Surfbot is still the worst. Even if he can't hit Surfbot, Juggernaut's still hell, Surfbot's not even the worst character in the game. It's arguably worse.
Now, going back a bit to the Tomorrowverse, it's like like when it's like after the mid as, or then we have Long Halloween, which was actually pretty good. Like, it was a good adaptation of a well-regarded story in the Batman mythos. And then we get to Beware My Power. How do you feel about character assassination?
Pretty bad,
It's
dude.
bad.
Hate it.
Hal Jordan got it bad. He gets infected with a parallax parasite, and then he works for Sinestro. Oh, but then makes Sinestro his bitch after taking like several power rings from the Green Lantern Corps, which is not how that happens. The Green Lantern ring, after a wielder dies, is supposed to go to another wielder. Or that would be worthy of them. But it's borderline stupid how DC completely forgets the lore they have established on these characters. And I know for a fucking fact that Alex would despise this movie. There were two good animated Green Lantern movies, is First Flight and Emerald Knights, and both of which are infinitely better than this one. And this one is the one they wanted to go forward with adapting Jon Stewart. You know, the beloved Green Lantern from the Justice League animated series, voiced by Phil Lamar. In this movie, he is voiced by Aldous Hodge, who is also Hawkman in the DCEU. Which, yes, it's good casting on both of those films. The problem is that he is not utilized very well. He just... He is... Like, John just ended up getting so completely wanked to the point where they're like, oh, he's the best Green Lantern there ever was, herpaderp. And I'm like, no, he fucking isn't, and I like Jon Stewart. Even I know there are Green Lanterns that are better than him, like fucking, and like fucking, and like Kyle Rayner. You know, the guy who mastered the emotional spectrum. Which, by the way, speaking of Kyle Rayner, that's who they ripped off for the origin story of this version of Jon Stewart. I'm not making this up. As you can tell, that movie has left some deep scars in me.
I can tell.
I just wanted a good Green Lantern movie with one of my favorite Green Lanterns growing up. All I got was this piece of shit. Nope, he cannot. would want is just
Depends on what
a...
you give up.
I do not wish to give up Hal Jordan's character just for this. Because if anything, that just feels like they traded one Green Lantern to get another one. And here's the thing, Hal Jordan didn't even go through the character or bits that he did in the Green Lantern lore that caused him to turn evil in the comics. Because you remember when Coast City got taken out during the Reign of the Superman arc? That ended up turning Hal into an evil douchebag, and he started killing people with the Green Lantern ring.
Oh.
And that's what... The deaths that have happened in Coast City were what caused Hal Jordan to become Parallax, for a time being. He gets better. Or for as painfully obvious as that is. But not in this version. This version, and Oliver Queen ends up killing him off after John had a hard-earned fight with Hal. So yeah. So also John, Unsteward, and Shire are a thing in this universe again. And Hawkman had died on Earth 2. Oh, which is the Earth that Barry ended up going into during the Justice Society movie. Yep. Yep. Rest in peace, Xbox Live Arcade. To many gamers, you will be missed. I am not one of those gamers because I never had an Xbox.
Neither did I.
Yep, it got delisted. Well, at the very least, even if it gets delisted, I still have the Steam version on my laptop. Hey, you gotta make sure you gotta have some form of preservation. Otherwise, do what you want, cause a pirate lives free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddle dee dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, cause a pirate lives free. You are a pirate. Oh no, I'm trapped inside of a jail cell. Whatever shall I do? Hi, Lord Crump. Just keep in mind, the X-Nauts have been inside of this tree for hours, while the puny elder was giving us that lecture. Keep that in mind, guys. Let's get out of here. You know, guys, you could do the same thing that I'm doing. Hell, it's easier for you. For you guys, since you have very tiny bodies. Thanks. Thanks, Flurry, for your contribution. We shan't forget it. Please don't swoon at me too much, Flurry. Going up. Oh, wait, hold on. Something I gotta grab real quick. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Yes, I am trying to go for the star pieces. Why do you ask? Let's see. So do you guys think that I should one day stream Super Paper Mario?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen
Did you know that they actually made a PC version of Paper Mario 64, but with 1,000-year door or mechanics and whatnot?
Interesting.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Let's open this chest. And we get Super Boots. Oh, hi, Toadette. You know, considering the Party Crashers, I have to wonder if Vernius had ever played this game, because he would love Toadette. Toadette appears only when you acquire a new enhancement to... You forgot that she's a recurring character in Mario Party. In games starting with 6 as well.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking,
Both of these games were released in 2004. Yep.
July 22nd.
Okay then. Well, why don't you look up when Toadette, when Toadette debuted?
Double Dash.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh. She was Toad's partner in Double Dash. They ended up having to make up a new character for that game.
Yeah.
That's right, and it worked.
Yeah. I mean, again, they did this before with Luigi.
Yep. Because remember, they were initially going to go with Wapeach for Wario-O's partner in tennis. I swear, imagine what that would have looked like.
I mean, the fan base is kind of already gave her a nice,
Charge Band.
Oh, that's nice, Coda. He did a special cover for Also, I guess I don't know if anybody there's Skibbity Toilet, but that's the inside their theater team.
Interesting. Something, dark side. Something.
Good.
Oh, Damon.
Yeah.
Have you seen a Star Wars but text-to-speech videos where
No, I haven't.
Emperor Palpatine sounds like he has no indoor voice whatsoever?
That would sound very awkward. Bad.
Yep, it would. But that's part of the joke. Let's get back in there. Let's get you all down there. What? Are we sure about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, they said this is the final arm.
Probably not. By the way, one of the reasons why one would want to acquire all of the star pieces is just for that one guy that you saw in the Rogueport sewers. He will give you lots of good shit. Quick change is surprisingly easier to get here than it is in the original game. Now it's going to... Now it's got 2. Damn it. You know, one of the weirdest things is that one thing that some people didn't know about Watt in Paper Mario 1 was the fact that she could actually pierce right through the Bowser's Star Rod defense. I'm like, huh, so she can literally pierce through anything. But can she understand why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Virgil may... Virgil may be the quintessential, may be the man and who could solo your favorite verse with a plastic chair, but does he understand why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You guys ever read the Virgil's Motivational Life comics?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I would recommend them. They're funny.
Okay.
Like, Virgil's just having casual days with Nero and Dante. And to the point where one of the demons that ends up being such a major pain in the ass in DMC 5. I have the one that can teleport or whatnot. Dante sees this and is like, "Ah, shit, here we go again." To which Virgil then is like, "I'll take care of this." Teleports behind the demon. Die. It teleports behind him. And they keep this going. Oh, they keep this going until... To which Dante's like, "You guys are having fun, aren't you?" Some people have theorized that it was a reference to the omake that focused on Zomare.
I mean, that's a pretty nice song. Please, I see you.
There was even a point where Dante tried to play the the get help card against a bunch of demons, and then Virgil just reversed it on Dante. He was like, I've seen that movie too. Because unlike Loki, Virgil is not gonna fall victim for that. Hello, Crump.
Oh, Trump was sweetie.
The floor is shaking. The crystal star! My word!
Yeah, exclamation point.
Oh. Oh, screw you, buddy. And now he's going to try... Now he's going to try to blow up the tree. And get with a generous time limit. Love how the timer keeps going even during a battle. I don't think so. I think they might have patched that out. Got time for a star piece. Glitches with old man snitches. There's just too many of them.
There's just too much to count, unfortunately.
You know, just about everybody aside from maybe Wolverine and Arthur could plink dash in MVC 3.
Forgot about it.
Did I? Yeah. Oh yeah, she's just there.
I don't hate Felicia, but you know. Yeah.
He's shrinking.
And she's getting bigger.
there goes her back.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. I think they would add an ultimate cutscene. The timer went off. Cutscene.
Who knows? I don't think anybody's willing to wait that long.
Eh.
Oh, here comes Magnus von Grapple. I don't understand what a Crump was thinking when he could just escape in this. No, he just chooses to fight Mario anyway. I really like the remix of the Magnus von Grapple theme. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 Oh yeah, Core 3 looks really good. There goes his fists. Looks like it.
All the characters in this overpowered and all. Why is the goddamn robot?
Who knows? I shall not have X-Nauts throw shit at me. And he's down.
Oh yeah, speaking of giant robots,
And I already am not interested.
yeah. Yeah, you know, something, hey, we get to see Mega's Fun coming out, so. Hey, look, it's that damn second crystal star.
We saved the day. Booyakasha. And thus concludes Chapter 2. And so, after pummeling Lord Crump, Mario obtained the second Crystal Star. With the X-Nauts gone, peace once again prevailed throughout the Great Tree. The Boggly Woods echoed with the puny songs of joy. But this may not be the last our hero hears from the vile X-Nauts. They will surely continue to stand in Mario's way and try to put a stop to his efforts. Meanwhile, with the princess... So yeah, these guys had already seized the Crystal Star that was in Rogueport. You know, here's a thought, Mr. Head of X-Naut. How about instead of actively trying to get in Mario's way, you instead let him obtain the Crystal Stars, get to the 1,000-year door, and just, you know, beat him within an inch of his life.
Yeah, just, you know, get him. I mean, heck, this is road trip after all. Just jump him.
Well, looks like Tech wants us again. Let's see what for. Okay. He wants to know what love is. He wants her to show him. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. Let's keep in mind that that one of the few instances where I really paid attention to the lyrics of that Foreigner song was in that episode of SAO Abridged.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And now we're going to be dancing with ourselves. Edie Peach. Dance Dance Peach. Nope. You're thinking of Mario... of the Mario DDR game. Only Mario and Luigi were playable in that game.
Oh, what the fuck? I mean, Waluigi was like a main villain in that game.
Not really.
Well, he wasn't. Oh.
He was the first boss.
Either way, it was a weird-ass Mario game.
And you had the DDR announcer in there as well.
I did not have the DDR. I did not own a GameCube, sadly. I was the kid that had a PS2 because my parents didn't know the difference. least that's how I got introduced to
And now we get to
So,
play as Bow Wow.
you know what? Screw the kid. Let's see, something Spartan Heroes about now to last shit
Welcome to Petalburg with open bar.
Hey, where's Jim, man?
And no, not Heidelberg City from the Hoenn region.
I swear, I gotta get back. I'm gonna have to get back into playing Pokemon for Gen 4.
I mean, yeah, still gotta get, right?
Yep, I've already done Uncanto, Johto, and Hoenn. I just gotta do Sinnoh and Unova.
And Univa's pretty much where the franchise peaked anyway.
Yep. Yep. Peach is totally just smiling in that window.
She wasn't.
We totally didn't see her in a space station and with a PC dancing a while ago. Now, did we, gentlemen?
Nope.
Yep, she's right here, ripe for the picking, just smiling gleefully at Bowser as though it were our people's warped perception as to what Super Band should be all about. Just nothing but smiles. Yep, Peach is just sitting there gleefully smiling at Bowser. No! Oh. My life's treasure! I'd rather die than give up my life-size Peach poster! Poster? Oh my goodness me! Didn't see that coming. Great. Just great. Now I look like the huge mighty king of guys who talk to posters! Except for in the anime. The anime was still going downhill from there. Yes.
20 long years.
There is another star piece I gotta get in here.
They're still making more Pokemon anime.
Yep.
I have not seen it, so I don't know what the new Pokemon is about.
So, but yeah, it's like the Unova anime. It had Ash. Had Pikachu lose his electric powers to Zekrom, who's like, "Hey, I gotta borrow your stuff for a minute." Laters, and then Pikachu with only just Iron Tail loses to a rookie trainer with a level 5 Snivy. Yeah, and that rookie trainer was basically the a replacement to Paul. All in terms of his character, because people loved that douchebag so much.
I don't really think anybody likes Paul.
Dude, you would be genuinely surprised.
I mean, now I think
You forget that this is the same generation that unironically thinks Sasuke is a well-written character.
oh yeah, right. I guess I don't know.
She kept belittling Ash, calling him a kid and having an earned Dragonite.
I mean, again, is this Ash's worst squad, arguably?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, the silence basically just a discount Brock, and Iris
Yep.
is just a more annoying dog.
Yep.
I already didn't like Dog that much.
Dear Mario, I'm sure you're very concerned about me, but please know I'm fine. I'm actually more worried about you. The fiends who kidnapped me are searching desperately for the crystal stars. I'll try to learn what I can about them. I'll email again if I uncover anything, okay? You must know I miss you. Lately I've dreamt about our days back at the castle after our mandatory rescue sex. I hope we'll spend carefree days there again soon. Princess Peach. P.S. Yes, rescue sex will be included. I know I'm ruining the innocence of the Mario franchise by saying a part of the reason why Mario saves Peach is so he can have rescue sex. I mean, considering what Mario goes through, he deserves Snoo Snoo.
I mean, he's offering that cake.
Yep.
Guess what? This is Super Mario 2004. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Like that news.
I wonder if you guys would be interested in me playing Pikmin.
Down with that.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'd still watch. I mean, I still would prefer Kirby.
Captain's log. Stardate now. What?
I'd still wait for the noble Kirby.
Wait, what are you waiting for?
Kirby.
What are you expecting from me for Kirby?
I don't know.
That there Kirby has ruined my reputation for the last time.
Look, man, we have a lack of Kirby in this server, man. There's a lack of Kirby talking to this. Time needs to change.
Look, I have Kirby Return to Dreamland, but the thing is that unfortunately it's not online co-op. So sadly, as much as I would love to play that game, I'd have to have people to play it with. So, as unlikely as that would sound, I would have to meet up with some of the people here in order to record a live playthrough. That I know.
And I'm guessing you haven't figured out the 3DS is out.
Yep, 3DS is out because I'll have not figured out emulation or how a proper emulation would work, nor would there be any way for me to do 3DS capture, because
So, I guess my only recommendation is
got another star piece.
Dreamland 3, man. Dreamland 3.
What is this Dreamland 3? Hey, that you
Final
speak.
boss had his eyes got gouged out. Like blood and all. It's pretty gruesome.
I'm sure it was.
Sakurai's favorite boy child.
Alright, let's get this crystal star going. And reveal the location of where the greatest chapter in this game will take place.
Yep. The best chapter.
Which, by the way, they fixed all the issues with the 4th chapter.
No more backtracking. Kind of. I guess we should go. I guess we'll get back on the Pokemon. Favorite generation of starters?
4th.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, let's be honest, I love Infernape. Napoleon's pretty cool, and Forterra is still my favorite starter of all time.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
if I had to go
sky.
for the if I had to go second place, though, I'm going to have to be attached to a show between
Frankly, you are clueless.
I mean, is he better than Egad? I mean, is he better or worse than Egad?
The answer is, I don't know.
What else was another game?
I have the 2nd and 3rd game on the Switch.
Yeah, right. I'm guessing that
I'm not having as many problems as I would be now. So chances are I could emulate that. Go back down to the sewers. Because apparently you cannot generate enough butt-stomping force or with your hammer, or like you can in the original game. No, you gotta do it with a ground pound. So, Sonic, how did you feel about Fleece Johnson versus Cell?
Oh yeah.
Listen, Mr. Perfect Cell, I likes you and I wants you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
see. We're doing this the hard way. Please, I'm not afraid of you. What the? Oh! He just teleports right behind Cell.
you know, if
Nothing personnel.
honestly, if
Where
you
is?
ever do like the login for, I guess, my famous for finish with teams, right? I do crazy fun, like
Probably Black Dynamite, since we could get through that a bit quicker.
probably.
Black Dynamite can't fail. Oh.
I think they did a 15 episode season.
Failure is for motherfuckers who are afraid of failing, and you ain't afraid of failing. And what's one thing you can do? Fight. I fucking fight. And that's it.
Man.
You have to stroke it. Immerse yourself in it.
Samuel A. Jackson, you have so many quotes.
And that was the one episode where we had black Jaws. Not just any Jaws. African American Jaws.
Yeah. He got killed by
Too much soul food killed Thick James. And too much Thick James killed Black Jaws. And they had to pelvic thrust the boat back to shore. So, let me see if I got this right. Adult Swim will uncensor every instance of the N-word being used. But not any instance of cussing.
Also, OJ.
Do not worry, OJ. We found your wife's killer.
Yeah, you, OJ Simpson. I assume you are dead.
So,
Simpson can now rest in peace, knowing that the man that killed his wife is finally dead.
I believe we made that joke when it was confirmed he died.
But I just gotta say,
Now we rip off that to open this door. And this is where the secret pipe's new location is. Isn't it so much easier and more convenient?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah. God, I love that.
So this way, we don't have to do the arduous task of constant backtracking, which makes certain missions way more tolerable. Oh my, that's a cranky blooper.
Yeah, that blooper's orange. Albino. He must be an albino.
You know, I never got this blooper's name. Let's ask Toadette.
Oh,
That's Luigi's blooper fan, Bluey. It's totally weird to find bloopers on dry land. He seems pretty peeved, though. I wonder why he looks all fried into a golden crisp. Alright, Luigi, let's hear your tale of woe.
Hey Nintendo, when are you gonna release the Luigi Paper Luigi and the Waffle King?
Nintendo says, never. Well, first we gotta hear this. Ugh.
Come on,
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 de blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying, Mario?
Mario is now going to fall asleep.
Also, I mean, speaking of Mario and Luigi, man, Nintendo's RPGs have
Yep. Now let's hear about the volcano.
Oh, if we ever did get a walkthrough this, would it play like an RPG or would it play like a platform?
Let's also not forget the fact that Luigi tossed this guy into the volcano.
Unintentionally. White torpedo. Man. No.
No. Let's talk to this guy. Hey there, I'm Bluey, and this guy is a total liar. Don't listen to him. You heard his story, right? Well, he did try to throw me, but he completely tripped. And what happens? I end up ending in lava. Lava, man! You think that feels good? Thanks to him, you can stick a fork in me. I'm well done. My pale skin's crispified. I'll never forget this guy. I'm gonna make him pay if it takes my whole lifetime. That's the only reason I'm still hanging around with him. You'll pay, Luigi! Okay, then.
Reverse Michael Jackson. So this guy's a reverse
Mike-
Michael Jackson.
So Michael Jackson goes from being a respectable all African American to a passable white woman.
Yeah.
That was a joke from I believe maybe either the Nostalgia Critics review of Moonwalker, I want to say, or it was a joke that was initially in Brain Scratch Com's playthrough of Moonwalker.
Also, for some reason, Snowflame, the cocaine powered super voice begin a weird.
What?
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff.
Oh, right. That guy. Is he an actual character in DC Comics?
Apparently, yes. Yes, he's real.
Oh my god.
He even appeared in New 52 as he was an enemy of
Oh
Catwoman.
my god. This is a real character.
His first comic book appearance was in New Guardians 2, 1988. Yeah, so, he's real.
The power of cocaine. You okay there,
You know
stranger?
what? You know what? Missed opportunity of peace, and apparently he was an arch nemesis of Catwoman and Peacemaker in New 52.
Peacemaker I could understand given, Mr. Cena. I think Catwoman just smacked him a little. Oh, and then he just fell over.
I know many people have mixed opinions about Peacemaker, but if this were to get a goddamn season 2,
Which it is, for whatever reason.
we better get Snowflame better show up.
Snowflame, the cocaine man.
Oh god, I'm looking at Hey, you know a guy named Egg Foo?
No.
Apparently he's also a fictional DC villain. Wonder Woman arch nemesis. He is a sentient egg. Chinese.
What?
Chinese sentient egg. Named Egg Foo. I even have... Hold on, let me get a picture of him, put it on so I can see it real quick. Yeah, Egg Foo, the fifth. Apparently he was once Wonder Woman perch, Wonder Woman's road.
Hey. You grossly underestimate my powers, Superman. I have the power of cocaine. For those wondering, for those wondering why, it's one of, there was a solid JJ sketch where the Cocaine Man was featured, and let me just say, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, with this, he basically tied up Wonder Woman last made a dance, and then Wonder Woman performed the hit magic dance and cracked Egg Foo. And then Egg Foo returned again in full crisis, and then he returned again in New 52.
Oh my god. Why? I would bet you anything that James Gunn will just look these characters up and be like, you know what? I could make a movie with them.
Yeah.
But the worst part is the cocaine guy, he would probably do the least he's damaged to, because it's like, it's all right there in black and white.
Funny thing about Egg Foo, he's actually an agent of Apocalypse.
What?
Yeah, this guy is an agent of Apocalypse.
Excuse you?
Yeah, Egg Foo in New 52, he eventually becomes an agent of Apocalypse. This guy.
Oh my god.
Wonder Woman, Power Girl, and Batgirl. And then he showed up again in Harley Quinn Volume 2. Egg Foo was even was a boss fight in DC Universe Online. And he was in Lego DC Supervillain? What the fuck?
Oh. You know what I think is going to happen in the upcoming Superman movie? I think what's going to happen is exactly what was described in that Solid JJ sketch, except minus Batman, where the cocaine guy shows up as Superman's first actual villain, and it's just... They never showed this off in the original game. Okay, so it is dried shroom at Human Dizzy Dial. You can still skip it. I tested that and my test playthrough of this game. Yep. I swear. And you know, the one time where I instantly knew what Solid JJ was going to be doing with a sketch of his was the minute I saw the frame of Charles Xavier on the floor or with Magneto about how to was about out and Magneto was about to attack, but then let's just say that, and it's like, and then we get, because in the X-Men 90s cartoon, Charles was able to project a vision into Eric Lenscher of essentially memories of the Holocaust. And the Solid JJ sketch, Magneto outright calls him out on this, and then and Charles tries to justify the effect by stating that it's actually very effective, since he just happens to have garnered memories of it from some rando, not just, you know, making Magneto relive it because he was actually there. So he projects the Holocaust beams into Wolverine and Rogue. Wolverine's like, fucking Holocaust. And I'm like, that sounds about right for Logan. And Rogue's like, oh my god! But then he does the same thing to Scott, and he's unfazed. Scott, then Charles and Eric were both questioning, like, so what were you unfazed of? The Holocaust or Or he's like, and Scott's just being intentionally vague. He's like, oh, you know. And it turns out Scott is a Holocaust denier. No, it's not the worst thing that Scott Summers has ever done. Because the writers make our favorite characters do a lot of retarded things. Let's go out here. I'm gonna show off the minigame real quick. Yeah, and Professor X has done a lot of really dumb things. Yep. Oh boy. Because of course they are.
So hey, dude, hey, we could get received onslaught in something that isn't Marvel or Capcom.
Yep. Gonna get some cake mix. This is just in case I gotta deal with some troubles, which I do. I'm gonna store them real quick. Something. You know, the funny thing is that some people all have made memes of Muzan bringing in the wrong anime characters into the Infinity Castle. And I'm like, my guy, do you really want all of these characters to collectively end your entire career? Not like Muzan is all that strong.
Yeah. Hell, even the story kind of makes fun of yeah, you're doing this more. We had so many memes of people ending out yeah, I guess now we, at least now we know exactly what the case is. Yeah, Machina was, Machina wasn't kidding, man. That's game.
Well, anyway, I'm going to save here and call it for the night. So next time on Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, we're going to do some troubles and then get to the Glitz Pit. So until then...